How you doing? Jeff Klepster again out here at World of Concrete 2023, and I'm at Superabrasive. A lot of you guys know these guys because these are the machines that you're using right now. I know a lot of you have purchased these, and we're at the booth and we're going to talk to Jonathan Warrick, and he's the expert on these machines, and we're going to give you some pointers about what machines to buy if you haven't already bought them, and he's going to go over some of the new options on them and maybe some diamonds and other things. So I'm going to hand it over to him and give you a little tour of what these Superabrasive machines are all about.
Right, super. I mean, hold there, you got it.
I got it.
Okay. Hey guys, so obviously you do garages, 2-car garages, 3-car garages. This is our 30-inch grinder. It's got the brand new Kohler motor on it with 24 horsepower.
Fuel injected.
Fuel injected. The one we had before this was a Kawasaki. That was 19 horsepower.
Okay.
This one's much better. The other one tends to bog down sometimes, especially on soft concrete. No problem with this bad boy. You can get this in the 30-inch, same motor, or a 25 or a 20.
Okay.
So depending on the size of your garage, basically warrants the machine. The nice thing about the 30-inch though is you actually see this lip here.
Yeah.
You can get within a half an inch from the wall.
Half inch?
Half an inch. The 20 and the 25 is a straight up and down shroud, so it's a lot more difficult to get close to that wall because your hands, walls will be rubbing here and here.
Right.
You see how it protrudes out a little bit, and you can also get underneath racking, or if you're in the garage and you have the shelving and there's a little lip under there, it gets right under that.
Yeah, right. I'm always flipping the handles up to get next to the wall, around the corner.
That's what's nice about ours too, is the handle does go up and down.
Right.
You can get in real close to the wall and adjust it. So what I do is I actually sit in it like this.
Yep, get your hip into it, and you can
wear
feel
your
it.
arms out.
Yeah.
Use your body. So
that's exactly right.
What's nice about this is it has that curvature, so it allows you to do that. Some of the other grinders, it goes like this, and you're forced to hold it with your hand.
Right. Or they have a round bar or whatever.
So this is our #1 selling grinder. It does have a emissions control shutoff valve. So if the fumes get too high for some reason in the room, it will shut off and save your life.
Right.
You can go to the hospital if you have too much carbon monoxide.
Absolutely.
You get this safety feature with the Kohler motor. Kawasaki does not have that. The Kohler motor is a $1,000 upgrade.
Okay.
So way worth it in my opinion.
Well, keeping the machine clean and the fuel injection and the lack of a carburetor getting...
Yeah.
So,
and the beautiful thing, that motor is made in America.
There you go.
Beautiful thing. Otherwise, it's got your typical articulating weights. If you want to grind deeper, you would put the weights down.
You got real soft concrete.
Then you would want it back. You don't want to cut too deep because you're cutting donuts on the floor.
So if you put one down, does it affect the bearings at all?
Well, if you put one down, you wouldn't want to do that because it might cut crooked.
Cut crooked?
Always put them both down.
Okay, that's what I figured. Yeah, that's what I teach.
You can put them all the way back too to help you lift it up and change the timing.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't matter if you're 100 pounds, 200 pounds, you can lift this thing.
I had these guys with them all the way forward, and they couldn't get the thing back, and the little guys were jumping on the thing, and I go, dude.
This is an 800-pound machine, but it's so well balanced in the middle with the weights. I mean, anybody can move it.
Right.
And it does. I know some of you guys have trailers.
Most of them do.
It might be a little daunting to try to put this bad boy in a trailer. You can. It does come with a third wheel here, so it allows it to sit back and you can push it up the trailer, or you can use a winch. I mean, I have a trailer and I have a winch in there. I can push this in by myself without the winch. You do have to get a running start though.
Absolutely.
It's okay.
Yep. Get a ramp on your trailer, and some of the guys get the trucks with the tailgate, lift gate, and make sure you get a wide enough tailgate, and not a thin one, so they fall off. So maintenance on these things, what would you recommend for maintenance?
So maintenance on this, every 50 to 75 hours, you want to change the oil. Just take 10W30 synthetic, buy it wherever you want, and then it has a oil filter right there, and that you can get at any Napa. You don't have to buy it from us. We do sell it, but it's cheaper to buy it from Napa, to be honest.
Nice.
There's a filter in here, and there's also a HEPA filter in there. So it keeps the motor running clean. Occasionally just check that, make sure it's clean. You put it up in the sun. If you can see through the filter, it's good to go.
Great.
But if it gets clogged, the motor will have a struggle idling. And
What about the water feature.
So the water, this is a 5-gallon tank. It does have a gravity-fed system. You can see the handle here.
It seems like when you just touch this thing, it pours out. There's like this much of a movement in it.
So that's what's nice about the gravity. The other machines had a pump system.
Okay.
And it was 1 speed.
Okay.
And the pump tends to clog sometimes because people put stuff in there.
Right.
This doesn't have that, but you can adjust the amount of water you want down by actually just moving that. Very simple. It also has a water spigot here, so you can actually connect a hose to it.
Oh, I see. Yep, down there.
If you're tired of filling that tank up every 10 minutes, direct water right to it.
Right.
Now then you have to do contend with the hose then at that point.
Right. Drag it around.
Yeah.
So you can use this for weight as well, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they're putting some weight. They're like 8 pounds a gallon. So.
Yeah. A little more weight.
And it runs on a 5-gallon propane tank. That propane tank will last you about 6 hours straight running.
Is that a liquid?
Yep, liquid fuel.
Okay. So sometimes they get frosted up.
Yeah, so we do recommend 80% fill. It tells you right here, do not fill tanks over 80%. That way you don't
80%.
freeze the lines.
Okay.
So if you go to Chevron or U-Haul, make sure they put 4 gallons in it, not 5.
Okay, great. That's a good tip.
Yeah.
So what else?
You got your clutch system here. You got your USB ports for charging your phones.
Got to have a cup holder and a phone holder, right?
You got your cup holder, you got a phone holder, so you watch the movies while you grind. And you got full LEDs front and back. A nice big one back here so you can see your scratch pattern, which is very important.
Absolutely.
Especially for polishing.
Yes.
But if you're doing epoxy, you want to make sure you have a good scratch pattern.
Right.
For the bite.
Absolutely.
And a vacuum port. Connect any of our vacuum. It doesn't matter if it's our vacuum or not, but
So does the other side of this come with this, with the hose? So if you buy the vacuum, always want to know, because sometimes they don't come with either one.
Yeah.
So does the vacuum come with an extra hose, or does the machine?
Doesn't come with any hoses.
Okay.
The vacuum comes with a hose that connects to this, and also a hose for a wand.
Okay.
So one for cleaning, one for grinding.
Okay. Yep.
And you can actually connect the wand to the big hose too to make it even longer, or the small hose to the big hose.
Okay.
Want extra length.
Excellent. They're great machines. So what about polishing? You say does this one what's the 32 is more of a for a little bit more you can get into polishing?
32, no, this is actually the best polisher you can get.
Okay.
Also one of the best prep machines you can get.
All right.
So it's the best overall grinder. It's our #1 selling grinder in the country. A 32-inch grinder, that jumps you up to about 1,200 pounds.
Okay.
That's for deep aggregate.
Right.
So if you guys are just prepping, you don't need that. That's overkill.
One of my garage groups bought a 32 for garages.
Wow, that's pretty big.
Yeah. Well, they definitely didn't have any problem prepping. They couldn't get it through doorways, but it was great.
That thing in 5 minutes.
So, what speed should we go when you're typically,
That's a great question. So, this machine is a propane machine, so there is no dial. It's just done by throttle. Okay. Full blast is 1,000 RPMs. 3/4 speed, which is right there, is what you want to run metals at.
Yeah.
You don't want to go too fast, as you glaze the diamonds over, they'll heat up and they won't cut them.
Yeah, faster is not always better at all.
Not in metals.
Unless you're polishing.
Exactly, for resins or hybrids, whatever, full blast.
Right. And then when you start it, obviously you got to be below a certain 2,000 RPMs, isn't it?
Yeah. So if you start it, you don't want to start it way down here because it's just going to
stall out.
So you basically just put it halfway. Turn the key. Make sure your safety switch is up. There you go. And then turn it once it starts. Go idle. Let it warm up for about 30 seconds. Hit the clutch and you're grinding, and then
increase it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Or if it's stalling out at 18 or whatever it is, push it up.
Exactly.
Yep. Thanks.
So if, say, you have really soft concrete, sometimes it can feel like it's struggling.
Yep.
That's when you pull the weights all the way back as much as you can.
Absolutely. Or use a harder diamond, right?
There you go. Exactly.
So what else you got for if they wanted a little smaller machine, like the 20? We got electric here.
Yeah, we have the propane outside.
Okay.
This one's a 220 model.
There's nothing wrong with going electric.
No, not at all. It's a lot quieter.
You can use it inside, and you can just plug it into your machine. So
right. You do have to have a generator for it.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
This is a 3-phase, but it comes with 2 pigtails. You can actually run it in single phase.
Oh, you can.
Depending on how you wire it.
Okay.
So, give you an example. In my garage, where the dryer plug is,
right.
If I put this thing in 3-phase or single phase, I can actually use it.
Right.
In a house without a generator.
Yeah. I always bring I've got a box of
Exactly.
breakers.
Never rely on that though.
Right.
Always have a
30
generator
amp
possible.
breakers. Well, everybody needs I don't ever go off of homeowners because
Yeah,
if
I
they're
know.
not there when you're doing the floor and you blow all their breakers, what are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to be grinding in the dark.
They'll be pretty pissed.
Yeah. So what does this machine run in the area of MSRP?
Yeah, got me on that one.
All right. Well, he's the expert on the machines, not the prices.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, actually, because we sell through distribution,
Yep.
so.
So anyway, good machine.
But
Kicks some butt.
this is a very good mid-level grinder.
Okay.
That's a good professional grinder. All like, you want to get that floor done in 30 minutes. That's what you get.
And then the 20-inch is outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Propane, right?
Yeah.
But this will do 2-car garages perfectly.
And you can dial it in pretty easily right here with the speed.
Because electric, you actually have a dial, speed dial.
Yeah.
And you also have a forward and reverse.
Yes.
The propanes do not. The reason why you want a forward and reverse is if the diamonds get too hot and they glaze, you can put it in reverse, unglaze.
Clean them up.
Without going to a piece of concrete or throwing sand down
Or some clean
which is difficult sometimes to find.
Absolutely, that's nice.
But as far as functionality, weight, it's going to do the same thing as a propane machine.
They're usually about a couple thousand less, right?
Propane machines are a couple thousand more.
A couple thousand more, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Propane, electric machines are a little bit cheaper, so there is that. But it's all the same. The 20-inch machine does have 9-inch heads,
Okay.
whereas the 30 has 13-inch heads.
Okay.
So this takes 9 tools. That can take up to 18 tools if you want.
Nice. Which is beneficial for polishing, obviously.
Yep, and then actually, if you use more tools, you get a lot longer life out of the tools.
Absolutely.
But not as aggressive.
So you go to a single seg on this one to keep it up with a double.
Exactly. This takes single segs. That one over there takes 2 double segs.
Yeah.
Or double buttons or